So what are the top 3 things this week that have the greatest potential to move interest rates and affect that real estate market? Well, I'm here to tell you. Number 1 is our geopolitical uncertainty. That is obvious with the news over the weekend. Number 2, we have inflation. And it's not just any indicator of inflation. It is the Fed's biggest data point they like to look at, which is PCE. And the third thing we have is we have 8 Fed members. That's right, 8 Fed members speaking this week. And the most important is Fed Chairman Powell testifying in D.C. What's going on, y'all? My name is Kevin Weedmark, a.k.a. The Mortgage Mouth, breaking down for you the 3 things that have the greatest potential to move the market this week. And let's just dive right in. Number 1, like I said, it's the geopolitical concerns. Obviously, with over the weekend, the U.S. bombing Iran, taking out those nuclear facilities, all eyes have turned on to what is the retaliation going to be? Is the U.S. going to be involved with boots on the ground at some point? And the most important thing right now on traders' mind is how is this going to affect oil? Because as we know, oil just trickles down and affects every part of the economy. And that's exactly what we're going to watch this week. And what do I think is going to happen? My prediction is I think that traders are going to be a little bit more on the uncertainty side as we start the week until we get more clarity. I think there's going to be a very small flight to safety. So you may see rates trickle down just a little bit. But if you do see escalation, if you do see Iran start attacking U.S. forces abroad, I can guarantee you that those oil prices will spike and rates will go with it. So fingers crossed that does not happen and diplomacy wins. The second thing that we really need to pay attention to is inflation. And that's exactly what oil prices. They're going to affect the pricing of goods and services. So that is why they are so attuned to it. And this is a great report because inflation has seemed to become stable. Yeah, it's been a little bit over forecast, but we're looking at instead of 2.3, 2.4%, it isn't moving in an upward direction at a rapid pace. The Fed is going to be very interested to see if that continues to be the case. Is inflation at bay, regardless of the tariffs? Is inflation in their fight against inflation and keeping these interest rates higher than everyone is saying that they should, or a majority of people are saying that they should, especially the administration? And how is that going to play itself out? My prediction is going to be that inflation remains stable and that we're going to see things just kind of play along there. I don't think we're going to see a major change. It's going to be more the geopolitical front that's going to drive the inflation fears this week. PCE comes in right in line. The last thing that we need to focus on is we need to focus on all the Fed members that are speaking. There are 8 of them, right? So any one of them can come out to the microphone, say something that might be a little bit, I don't want to say off-putting, but could really grab the attention of traders to look at that forward bubble and say, hey, are we really going to see those 2 cuts? Are we nowhere near it now because of this geopolitical landscape and the fear surrounding that? And all ears are going to be on that. And the biggest one is going to be Fed Chairman Powell. He testifies in Washington this week. The first day, Tuesday, is going to be a prepared statement, and then he's going to have a Q&A on Wednesday that absolutely has the potential to move the markets. So the big message I have is, look, it's peaks and valleys this week. If you are in a situation where you need to lock, you make sure that you are in touch with your mortgage professional. If you do not have one, this guy right here lends in all 50 states, would love to jump on a Zoom, would love to jump on a call with you and discuss your situation quick on how you can best strategize for this week. But more importantly, be ready to lock those values. You're going to see them. There's going to be a couple of them just because of the uncertainty. But once there's a little bit more clarity, or if something happens very quickly geopolitically, that can escalate really quickly, and it could be very volatile week. So make sure that you are prepared. All right, y'all, have a great week. Should you need anything, should you want to discuss any of these topics a little bit more in depth, I'm more than happy to jump on a phone call and dive in with you and how they can affect that marketplace and what are the best decisions for you and your clients. All right, y'all, I'll be coming to you every day this week with the Daily Dose. as well as I'll be coming to you on Friday with the Friday wrap up. So once again, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a beat and you're always in the know. Have a great week.